So we are gonna start with our presentation about introduction to programming using Python. What is Python? The like basic information about Python. What is Python? What we are gonna do with that. So as I said yesterday, Python is a popular programming language. It is used for web development, software development, mathematics, statistics, data analytics, and some type of coding also, like for software development also. Why Python is widely used? As I said earlier, the Python language is one of the most accessible programming languages. Due to its ease of learning and usage, Python codes can be easily written and executed much faster than programming languages. So I think we are already discussed these things yesterday. So yeah, here we are gonna start with the data types, numbers. So there are few data types. I will briefly explain you when we are doing our hands-on practice on that. Today I'm just giving you an idea. So there are some type of data types. I will suggest you you can take your notes accordingly, whatever you want. I'm not gonna tell you which type of notes you want or what I'm gonna say do that note or something. That's totally depend on you. If you want to take some notes for your memory or for revision, you can easily take that. And I think our team will also share the recording of that sessions with you soon. Yeah. So there are some data types. So first data type is numbers. So number data types store numeric values. They are imputable data types, means that changing the value of number data type results in a newly allocated object. For example, we will demonstrate that from next weekend whenever we install our software and we are gonna do some hands-on practice. So I'm gonna show you how these things work. So I'm giving you an idea because I can't do the hands-on practice right now with you. But yeah, from next weekend, I will try to teach you whole syllabus with hands-on practice. Okay. So number objects are created when you assign value to them. For example, var1 is a a value variation. You are saying or you are giving an input to the system by code var1 is a value 1 is 10 is equals to 10 and var2 is 30. Okay. Got it? These are the variables. If you can see here, can you see my cursor over the?
Yes, yeah. I can see it's clear.
So these are the simple variables. Variable 1 is 10, variable 2 is 30. So we will work on that in future for sure for next weekend. So I think you will get a proper overview, what's going on, what's the output and all. So there are, next thing is our Boolean. Boolean is a type of a data type. So you can say that which are type of keywords. You already know about that. What is Boolean? The bool method, or I can say. So here are the next data type is strings data type. Strings are the arrays of bytes representing Unicode characters. However, Python does not have a character data type. Python will not work on a data type on the characters, It will only works with the value in numbers. Whenever you want to give them a character, a alphabet or a word, you have to assign a value for that. For example, you can see there a value carrier. So it will only work with numbers because Python is a language who calculates more, who is developed for do some type of calculations with that. So the language doesn't know what is characters, what is basic English. If you are gonna ask it, what is that, what is no, it doesn't know what is the characters or the words you are using with that. So the language only know the numbers, the values. You will gonna input to that. You are gonna do to input on that. So what the type of strings is that Like if there are, for example, that is carrier error, or I can say we are gonna edit anything, hello world or something like that. So this is the type of data which we are gonna call that string data types. So as you can see here, a single character is simply a string with a length of 1 square brackets can be used to access elements of the strings. Yeah. So sometimes when we assign a value to to give the input to the our system, sometimes we use brackets, square brackets. If you are familiar with the spider, our spider notebook, so in our spider we don't have to put brackets, square brackets there. We have to put that type of columns on each side of any value. If the type of value is strings data types. So that here's the thing, square brackets can be used to access elements of the string. Whenever you use a Google Colab or a PyCharm, you have to put a square brackets on the place of that columns. Got it? Individual characters of a string can be accessed by using method of indexing. That's a simple data type, string data types. So here are the example of two strings, string data types. And here's the example of consonanting. Consonanting means obtaining a new string that contains both of the original string. You can use plus operator to consonate strings in Python, for example. So if you have, for example, you can see here two type of string data types, like two words or two values, I can say. Two words is a not a perfect word for that. So I'm gonna say that a string 1, string 2, or value 1, value 2. So you can see here, first we have give an input, string 1, carrier error, string 2, course. So here you can see a new string. When we have give that system of two values, string 1 and string 2, then we are gonna say that new string is equals to string 1 plus string 2. And then we have given a command, print new string. So whenever we give a command, print new string, the output is here. This is the output, carrier error course. So what he has done here, he had added the two values in one string. Here's the multiple strings. You can take multiple strings, 1, 2, 3, 4, multiple. And you can add that strings in a new value or assign a new value according to that. I hope you will get it. Sorry.
Yes, it's okay.
Yeah. You got that point, na? Like.
Yes, a string is a kind of character and kind of value.
Yeah. And with the concentration effect, you are gonna add that strings into one new value. So here's the subset in Python, a set of which all the elements are contained in another set. The issueBet method returns true if all elements of a set are present in another set passed as an argument. For example, here I can see, if not, it returns false. So here's a input, A is equals to 1, 2, 8 and B is equals to 1, 2, 9, 8, 5. We have two values here. And we are gonna use resolution A is issueBet B. Okay, print. Okay, true. So what here's what we are getting as an output here. We are saying what is issueBet. You can see here method returns true if all elements of a set are present in another set. Here are the first value, A is equals to 1 to 8 and B is equals to 1 to 9, 8, 5. In our B value, you can see every character, every value of our first set A is present, 1, 2 and 8. So we have just asked the system that issueBet B, like if there any by any chance like a first set is available or is what I can say is added to our another set B. They are the names of sets A, B, or you can whatever you can do with that. You can set any name to that, A, B, C, D, whatever. So we are just checking that there's a, oh, here's we are checking like the set A values are available in our set B or not. So when we print rest, so what we are gonna like get as a output, that's the true, because the all of the values are here is also available on our another set. So here's the basic example of what is subset and what is the issue bet use, like how we are gonna use issue bet. I think you can take note for that. Issue bet is basically used for checking the values of two different sets or multiple different sets are same or not. Sometimes we use duplicate function for that also, but issue set, sorry, is also like very basic, I think, term we use whenever we clean data first, because the first few steps are cleaning data and all. Let me wait a second. I have to give you first few notes about that. So that's the short form of our methodology. The full form for that is cross-industry standard process for machine learning with quality assurance. I'm going to type it for you. Wait, let me put our chat here. Here's the full form of that methodology in your chat. You can also note that cross-industry standard process for machine learning with quality assurance. This methodology will like work with us, or we are gonna work on that every time, each and every time. If we are working on a data set, we are working on a model, anything related to our work, related to our data field, the basic methodology is that CRISP MLQ. There are few steps in that. You can also note that there are basic 6 steps what we are gonna do step by step on that data set or on that our business problem. Okay. So have you noted cross industry standard, the full form of that? So our first type of CRISP MLQ is business understanding. You can note that as a 1A because that's the 2 type of things in the first step. So first is business understanding. I have to type it, or you can note that easily. A1A, point 1A is business understanding. I'm giving you a brief idea what is business understanding. Okay. You can also note that, or I will give you the presentation next week, I guess, because I'm not on my working space, so I don't have that particular presentation with me. But I'm gonna share that with you for sure. So by the term business understanding, you can get what is this, like this phase consists of very precise specification of the problem together with methods of evaluating the achievement of the goal, problem, or you can say like what is the business problem. For example, if a business owner or a business manager is coming to you for their problem, like they have hundreds of people on their employees, and he will not accessible to do that work alone, that how's the performance of that people, what's the sales team is doing, and everything like that. So they will, or he will gonna ask you, how can I solve this problem? So first you have to like understand the business of him, na, like what he's doing in his business, what's the motto of the company, what's the basic problem. Got like are you getting my point? Okay. So the second point is 1B, data understanding. So
okay, I noticed.
yeah, by the term data understanding, you can also getting my point, I guess. Data understanding is like which type of data we have, which type of data they are providing us or not. Like sometimes we have to take a data from a public source like Kaggle. Do you know something about Kaggle? Yeah. So actually, you can say Kaggle is a platform where you can see public source of data, public source of open data, like all the renowned brands like Nike, Adidas, and many more brands, pharmaceutical companies, hospitals, airlines, every business owners, type of business owners, managers will share their data with the Kaggle platform itself to work on that, because they also want to get some output out of that. Like the people like us try to work on that data for our practices, for our projects, and something related to that. So they will also get a benefit by that, reports and something like that. So Kaggle is a basic open source platform for data lovers, or you can say data enthusiasts, where you can get a ton of data for your practice, for your information, for everything, for learning. So you can also check that platform after when you have to work on that data, or if you want to practice something. So here's the data understanding. And the second term here became is data preparation. Are you clear with the point data understanding, right?
Yes, okay. You told about the Kaggle is public data source, for example.
Kaggle is another point.
Platform. Yes.
Kaggle is another point. Data understanding is we have to understand which type of data we have,
Yes.
what we are gonna do on that data. Yeah, like I can say if, as a definition that involves accessing the data and exploring it using tables, graphics that can be organized. There are two type of data sets we have. First is organized and second is unorganized. Organized data is when whenever you have like have you worked on the Excel sheet, something like that earlier or not?
Hello. Okay.
Yeah, have you worked on Excel sheet or something like that?
Excel sheets? No, yeah. I usually use Google Slide, but I know Excel sheet is very better.
Okay, so have you worked on type of sheets like Google Sheets or any type of sheet?
Yes, Google Sheets.
Okay, so where there you can see that's the basic columns or cells there.
Yeah. Yes.
So when the business owner,
sir, I think a data scientist is usually SPSS, use SPSS instead of them.
When you are like a fresher in the data field, you have to only work on Excel more.
Okay, thank you.
Because SPSS is a platform or software or tool, you can say, which is used by the people who works on a very huge data, or you can say big data. Mm-hmm. If you have heard the term about big data, so SPSS is a tool which will work on our big data terms. If we are working on a like a minimal level, or if, for example, if I am a data analyst, so I don't need SPSS for our like work or for our project. I can easily work on Excel to like elaborate my data, to organize my data. Also, our Python, which we are gonna learn, Python is also enough to clean our data, to synchronize that data, and we are gonna like work on that. Then you will like, I think you will get my point, what I have to say. Data preparation is a term or the step we are using. As I said, there are two type of data, organized and unorganized. When we have a organized data, we don't have to work on that. We have data with the proper cells, categories, and numbers, etc. For example, we have a sheet, Google Sheet or Excel, anything, and there are few points like state, age, name, number, email, everything. And that is in a synchronized way without any problems or without any gaps, duplicates or anything. So we can like call that data and like organized data. But sometimes we have type of nodes, you can say, which have which are full with the many type of data. There are many crash also there. Like we don't want to use that. Also, we don't need that type of data. So when then we prepare that data to work on that and try to organize that data accordingly, whatever we like need according to our needs. Model building. They are the like basic steps. Okay, there are a few under steps also. I'm gonna tell one by one whenever we start our session properly. So I'm gonna tell you what is business understanding, what's the under steps there. Like for example, in business understandings, we like first record business objective, record business constraint, then also like project charter, and very like there are many steps under the basic steps. But I'm first telling you the basic 6 steps, then I'm gonna tell one by one what is the under the roof. So third point is model building, fourth step is evaluation, fifth is our model deployment, and last and our sixth step is monitoring and maintenance. Monitoring and maintenance, you can note that 6 basic steps which will help us to do our projects or work on the data sets. Here are the few basic steps. There are many under steps on each and every step. Like for example, whatever we can say, data preparation, as we are talking about that. First step in the data preparation is data cleansing, data preparation, data munging, data wrangling, data organizing. Whatever it is, I'm gonna tell you one by one. Accordingly, we are gonna work on that. We are gonna do some on that. What is data cleaning? How we are gonna do that? What is munging, wrangling, organizing, so and so on.
Okay.
For example, so there's the another term. I'm not going today too deep in that. Here are the basic 6 steps. I think you have noted that. So now I am coming back to our basic points, which we are talking about. What is Python, type of data, and everything. We have already talked about subset, uses of position now. Position. Also I'm not Mohammed, I think we don't have to like talk about Python much today because we are not practicing it on our own. So today I'm only telling you some idea about our that 6 basic steps, the CRISP MLQ methodology. Okay.